Alright, check this, right? Real quick disclaimer. Before we even start this video. If you're the type of person that'll fry fish in cornmeal instead of seasoned flour, this video is probably not for you. And if you're the type of person right now with the Rona going all around, you wear your mask as a chin strap instead of actual mask, like you're supposed to wear it like this, but if you're out in public like this video is definitely not for you. Like, bruh, you trying to protect your beard, you need to be protecting your nostrils and your mouth. I hate seeing people walk in the store, hey yo fam, let me get 10 on pump 4. Hey yo fam, I don't want Rona with that. Get up out of here. This video is probably not for you. And last but not least, if you're the type of person that's playing Call of Duty and you hop out with a high .9, you put about half a clip into somebody, and then you get beat to death with a door, this video is probably not, well, you know what? This video might not. Man, watch this clip.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earns them redeployment.
Good.
Perfect.
They're down.
Perfect.
See, now you see what I be talking about, man. This is some BS. First of all, they had me hop out of the plane with a high .9. I don't know what my partner was doing. He ran to the door, just dipped the other way, and then I get beat to death with the door. Call of Duty be cheating, yo. Now I understand why people be raging and breaking their controllers and throwing their keyboards and stuff like that. But anyways, none of these disclaimers had absolutely nothing to do with this video, but let's get started.
Yeah. Yeah, my shorty mad, I'm on a man, yeah. Probably cause I take him till I'm dead, yeah. DJ Bandana.
Hey yo, what's good? It's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I Am Buffalo. And that right there, that was my homie Jesse James. It's called Off the Meds. Links will be in the description if you want to check out that video. I just played a small clip for it, but y'all can check out the links, check out the full video, follow him on social media, show him some support. That's a dope video too. I like that joint. Heavy shouts out to Jesse James. Shouts out to the Bandana fam. Everybody's been rocking with me for a while. I just want to take the time out real quick to say thank you. Honestly, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. For those of you who don't know, one of my friends passed away about a week or two ago. Just had a funeral a couple days ago, so I kind of been out of it. I really haven't been uploading videos. That's why I've really been going live. It's just been life, just going through things. But a lot of you guys checked up on me, gave me encouraging words and stuff like that too, and just basically told me to keep going, keep doing positive things. And that's what we're going to do. Rest in peace, Reef. We're going to keep it moving. But we got to talk today about the Migos. That's another topic that y'all been hitting me up about the Migos. Y'all been hitting me up about Nick Cannon and 6ix9ine. We're going to talk about 6ix9ine and Nick Cannon a little bit later on today. But right now we got to talk about the Migos and their situation. Unfortunately, and I just want to say this up front. I love and I'm just being real with you guys. I'm not the biggest Migos fan, but as far as what the Migos stand for, as far as 3 young black guys getting into the music game with their family, not saying like blood family, but with like QC and all of them, and really putting on, like they're pop stars at this moment. Like they're not even rappers or artists anymore. They're pop stars, and that's not a bad thing. And a lot of people hear, oh, they're pop stars. They want pop. They do this. No, that's what happens when you're super successful. Well, anyways, it's been reported in the news that the Migos is suing their entertainment lawyer, suing one of the lawyers that's involved with their situation with QC, basically saying they was cheated out of a bunch of money. They signed bad contracts and they didn't get percentages and stuff like that too. And we see this all too often in the industry. And with, a lot of times I say on this channel, I'm not one of the people who hopped on YouTube and put a DJ in front of my name. I do this in real life. Been in the industry for over 15 years. Been on radio. Well, I'm not on radio anymore as far as here in Buffalo, but been on major radio for almost 16 years. Been in the industry, so I know a lot about what goes on in the industry. Like I said, this is a story that repeats itself. I think that it's unfortunate. The reason why I want to talk about this is because maybe I have a little bit of insight that can kind of help you guys understand just how these type of things happen. And the reason why it interests me is because QC is one of those labels, right? QC was like not like a bad, but like the breakup of Rockefeller. I'll put it like that. Like when you see the situation with the Migos and the tension between them and their label and stuff like that too, it's kind of like the Rockefeller breakup where it really hurts you because like QC was one of those labels. It was like the last label that was like that. And not saying there's other labels that's not successful, but that Rockefeller feel was like family, everybody winning, everybody together is in it for more than just money. And then see something like this happen, and then see the message that Pete put up the other day. I'm not going to post it on here because it's kind of long and I want to read the whole thing. But basically, he was saying that he's never took advantage of an artist. He's never done anything wrong to an artist. Maybe if one of the lawyers did something, he don't know nothing about that. But he's always been a stand-up guy. And from what I can see, the whole QC label as a whole, just looking at the looking at what they portrayed to us, have been stand-up guys. I mean, they took Migos from 3 guys that just was hungry, wanting to get in the studio. I know I watched countless interviews about their upcoming and stuff like that too, just because I wanted to learn. But basically, it was some guys who had a label, who had some money, found some guys who had some talent, brought them to the label, and they just popped off, and they popped off together. Now, I don't want to speculate, but I say, in my opinion, I think that during this whole quarantine season, right? So everybody's been quarantined. You really have a lot of time to really just sit back and do absolutely nothing. So as an artist, if you're not getting any show money, records is not really making that much money because nobody's really paying attention to that much music. Nobody's really putting out music. You kind of start looking over your books. You're like, damn, well, carry the 5, you add the 2, that don't really add the 7, and this, you start looking at things, and when money's not coming in, like when you got bunches and bunches of money coming in, you doing shows all over the place, you kind of really just don't care about the little stuff. But when you're spending money and money is not coming in how it was before, you may look at a situation like this and say, you know what, I may have been getting cheated, my lawyer may have been doing this. I think personally though, I think this should have been more of a private situation, just because like with me, loyalty and things like that is worth more than money to me. Like it's certain things I'm just not going to do for money. If there's in-house, I'll give you a perfect example. For those of you who know, I got let go from 93.7 WBOK. It was some whole BS. You got to watch the video. I might put the link in the description. Basically, I got fired on my day off. Now, when I got fired on my day off, there's still people who work for BOK who I'm cool with. Not pretty much all of the on-air staff. I'm still cool with. We might not talk all the time. We might not talk every day. We might not talk even since that happened. But you've never publicly heard me say, F them, F BOK, F this, da-da-da, whatever. So even though I have a right to say it because I was done wrong, I feel like I was done wrong, I just wouldn't do it publicly. Now, if it was a situation where I was suing them, I would probably do that privately, just for the simple fact of, I know a lot of people who follow me, a lot of people who support me may bash them, and there's still people over there who I have love for, so I wouldn't do that. I feel like the same thing with the Migos. Like, these guys, P was right. Like, without them, you wouldn't know who the Migos was. They wouldn't be as big as who they were. Did they get a fair deal? I don't know. A lot of artists sign a deal. Say, for example, if I was a rapper, right? I'm flat broke. I'm in the hood. I'm doing my little demo and stuff like that too. And and I'm not saying this happened with them. But I'm saying this D-boy on the west side was like, yo, Black, I like your music. I want to invest in you. Here's a studio. We're gonna pay for this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put you on, but we're gonna need like 60%. Now 60% doesn't seem like a lot because I have 0% in my pocket. But say 3 years down the line, after I had 1 billion streams, so multi-platinum albums, so that too, you kind of look at it when your money's slowing down, like, damn, 60%, but you're not really even doing nothing. Like, I mean, I could do my own thing. I got my own money. I'm good. And I think artists that do that is absolutely wrong. And I think that's what messes up the game, is when you, not saying use somebody, but you allow somebody to help you get to a point, and then when you get there, without any black and white contract saying, okay, when we get to this point, this is what we're going to do, or this is what's going to happen, and you kind of just blame the label. I think that's kind of wrong. Like, when I read what P actually wrote, like, not saying I didn't shed a tear, but it really was like, damn, like, he was really respectful of what he said. He basically was just saying, like, I didn't do anything wrong, and it's just a shame that this happens to artists that we put so much money and time and effort and energy into, for this to kind of happen. My personal opinion with this situation, I think it has a lot to do with Lil Baby's success. And if I am right about that, as far as them being kind of upset with Lil Baby's success, and they're kind of on the back burner right now, if that's the case, I'm not saying that's the case, but if that's the case, I think that's 100% wrong, because Lil Baby, he took his time. Like, he played the backseat. He stood around, watched the Migos be superstars. He didn't try to deride or try to take shine from them. So now that it's his time to shine, I think that would be kind of wrong for them to kind of look at it like, well, damn, he getting this, he getting that. What about us? When y'all been winning forever, and you didn't see him, like, even I know Migos just did an interview with what's his name from Hot 97, the white dude, Rosenberg. So they did an interview with Rosenberg, and when he asked him about Lil Baby, he was like, yo, he did his dope song, you know, talking about Black Lives Matter. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's dope? And he was just like, yeah, it's cool, it's straight. Like, it's kind of a dry answer. Like, y'all supposed to, even if y'all internally beefing, y'all shouldn't be publicly putting that out for the public, because y'all, even though y'all part of a QC label, y'all helped build that label. The legacy of QC is forever going to, even if y'all leave the label, it's forever going to be, y'all may not have built that building, but y'all put some bricks in there. And for you guys to publicly kind of, like, especially in that interview, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, what you mean? Just like, yeah, like, you kind of just brushed over it, and you never seen Lil Baby publicly do that. I know there was rumors before about Offset, or I get confused with it. But one of them in Lil Baby's crew and a chain and jumping and some clubs like that too. But that was kind of like taken out of the media real quick too. And I think those type of things with a family like that should be. I think that is wrong, in my personal opinion. And I mean, you can't tell people what to do, but honestly, for a guy who put so much money and so much energy into, I think you at least owe him to publicly, respectfully say what you have to say. So if you have to sue them, if they did something wrong, sue them. Get every single penny that you need, especially if they purposely did it. But if you don't even know if they purposely did it, or even if it actually happened, like, I think you should be a little bit more vocal with that. Honestly, and I can honestly say this, I really hope they hash out this situation and they're able to move on, and everybody is able to be successful. It's kind of like with the Cash Money breakup with Lil Wayne and Baby and them too. It's kind of messed up because you've seen these guys grow up together. You've seen them as a family, as a unit, and then Lil Wayne like, yo, you owe me like 50 million. Like, I can't really be too cool with you guys. And then the whole thing with Young Thug and the tour bus and stuff like that too. It's just kind of like, damn, like, this is really a good example of men doing positive things, and it's just kind of messed up. But I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about this topic? Do you feel that the Migos is wrong in what they're saying publicly? Do you think, no, if somebody owes you some money, it don't make a difference who it was, what the loyalty, what your past relationship was? You could just publicly just say whatever. I don't know. I'm just a little bit different. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong or I'm right. I'm not saying either one of us is right or wrong. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Anyways, it's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I Am Buffalo. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, my shorty mad, I'm on a man, yeah. Probably cause I take him till I'm dead, yeah.